Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking you through my Notion and like going through all my pages on my Notion and how I set up Notion and how I use Notion to benefit my life. If you like my content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I post heaps of lifestyle and nursing related content. I love Notion. Notion is your one-stop shop for productivity. I have done a video on how I plan and organize, and I'll link it up in the cards somewhere. It's going to be a pretty short and simple video. I've seen someone else do this. Lanks did it. I'll link her channel down. I'll link her video down below to give credit to her. So the first thing you do when you open up Notion, you will come to my life admin page. And so that just has current focuses and quick reference at the top. So current focuses being like 3 current goals, and quick reference being like 2 pages that I don't need all the time. It's good to have there. So monthly reset is obviously my reset routine that I only need to see really on a monthly basis, and shopping list. So anything that's currently empty, but anything that I like see that I might like, or like food shop, anything like that will go in there. And obviously when it does develop, I'll put it into categories. Next we have reminders. So currently and upcoming. Currently isn't really up to date. I will actually change that later on, but upcoming, any events, work, anything that I have will go there because it's just something I need to quickly see and be reminded of. Obviously, that's why it's called a reminder. My August intentions and reading list, self-explanatory. My reading list, what books I'm reading. And intentions, just like 5 or 6 goals that I have for the month. My daily routines. I follow these very loosely, but it's good to have, like, if I wanted to follow a routine, this is what I would do. Morning routine, night routine, and planning. So that's just how I do that. Next we have my weekly reset. So my gist routine. This has got planning, cleaning, get clear, and get current. And then after that, we have my watch list and reading list. So any shows, any movies, anything that someone recommends to me will go on my watch list. Any books that someone recommends to me will go in reading. And then I'm gonna have like a to listen list. So any like music or podcasts that people recommend to me, or I see somewhere, or I hear, and I just want to quickly jot it down instead of like looking for it somewhere else. Okay, life admin. That's pretty much done. Now we have my weekly agenda. So this is like my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend, all designated out. And this is where I put like any major to-do list items, when I'm working, what videos are going up, when I have my particular classes, and any events or birthdays. That goes there. Up the top, we have my week priorities. So this is kind of like August intentions, but for the week. And my video schedule, just the 2 videos that are getting uploaded. It's pretty straightforward, and I use that a lot, and that also coincides with my bullet journal. Next we have to-do list, self-explanatory. I used to just have this separated into today, like just today, but when I've been writing up my to-do list, I've really enjoyed having like tomorrow, which just means like I can write my to-do list out the night before and copy and paste it, just so like I get clear in my brain what I want to do for that following day, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to do that, or I need to do that, and that's just where I quickly can jot that down. And then upcoming, anything that needs me to start it early, but it's not due for a certain period of time. So anything that I need to take action on now, but it's not due or not needed until like further away. Personal, in personal, we just have a lot of lists. This is like pretty much my list of lists. So we have goals, which is 2020 and June to December goals. I'm gonna go into them. We have my reading list. So this is where I keep track of all the books that I am reading, what I thought of them for the year. Pretty straightforward. And then it's also got my reading list and books to buy. And then if I take notes on any particular book, they also go in here. And then we have my watch list. This is where I break down the TV shows I'm watching. I also use TV Time for this, but this is just so I can easily see, because not all TV shows I watch are on Netflix and all of them keep track of where I'm up to. Then we have my master list, which is just again, list of lists. So ratings in quarantine, I watched a lot of stuff and I wanted to take like notes on it, so I just put that there. I mean, weird, I could probably get rid of. And then I have a list of shows I've started but haven't finished, and it's a long list, but because I get bored of shows, so that's why that list exists. Then we have Vault, which is I have a particular code that if you click, it'll take you to my list of passwords. Anyway, there's like multiple combinations. It's so hard. I've forgotten my code. I can't even remember what it is. And then what else is in there? We have New York, so just stuff I want to see in New York when I eventually go. And then names I love, baby names, girl names. Like any particular name that I hear or see and it's just beautiful goes in there. Next, we have thoughts. So anything that I hear from a podcast, books, YouTube videos that I like and like really find interesting or informative or useful, quotes, anything goes in there. And then my packing list, this is just, if I'm going away, this is what I pack. It's divided up into categories and it's pretty straightforward. And then we have my iPad Pro and Apple Pencil list. This will eventually go when I eventually am able to buy the iPad, but that's just basically where I keep track of the costs and all that sort of stuff. And that's it for personal. Okay, nursing. Now I use this so much. This nursing page is literally like my Bible. So I have my schedule. I'm gonna blur that out because not everybody needs to know my schedule, but basically that is there down the bottom. I used Janice Studies on YouTube. She had a template for uni that I will try find and link down below. If I can find her video, I'll also link that down below. And it's got so in here we have my master schedule, which is basically divided up into all of my assessments, when I have them, the dates, what it is, and the learning outcomes and what unit it is. And then I can obviously tick it off and whatnot. Now next we have my to-do list. I don't really use this that often. I just use this for week 2, but I don't really use it because I use my to-do list on my bullet journal. Now this is where it gets specific. Each unit, so I do 4 units, is divided up into its own page. It has the instructor, the email, the course syllabus or the unit outline, the reference type, attendance, and workbook. So basically this is my one-stop shop onto everything I need to know for that unit. Basically the unit outline broken down for myself in my own readable format. So we have the assessments, the learning outcomes, and the weekly schedule, which I haven't yet ticked off, but I will. And essentially it just has everything we need to do for that unit for that particular week. Then workbook, anything I take notes on but I don't want to make a Word document and print out, goes in here. So like when we asked to do readings and you don't really need to know the readings, goes in here. So like I've got my notes that I took on the hand hygiene course that I did and manual handling, which I will need, so that's why they're still there. But anyway, it's pretty much the same for all my other units. Pretty much has the same structure and outline. And then workbook for my CMHL 1000 workbook is broken down even further. So it's got like readings, communication, like week by week for my readings that I do. And then lastly, so that's kind of nursing all complete. And then lastly, but not least, YouTube. You might not even care about this, but I have my content schedule, my description box, so like a template for my description box I can just copy and paste, and all I have to do is change the music and the links. My content schedule, I'm not going to show you that, but it's basically just a calendar form. Episode outlines, again, can't really show you that because that's just got like any like ideas, video ideas that I like expand it into episode like outlines. Don't even know why I call them episodes. Episode ideas is just a list of ideas. My information is like all my passwords, I think that's what it is, and like my bio and that sort of stuff. Instagram was where I wanted to plan out my Instagram content, and music. This is just my long list of music. That is because when the website that I use for music is called Thematic, and you have to copy and paste this code in order to get copyright credit for it. So I just keep them all here, and then it's just easier to copy and paste into my description box template. But other than that, that is literally my Notion. But I always, use Notion. Like I use it on a daily basis. Anything that I need is in here. you can customize it. Like it's really customizable, it's user friendly. Not sponsored, wish I was. Anyway, you can put your own covers, which I've, as you can see, have now started to do with like all of them. I hadn't done that previously, but I have now. And so yeah, that's my Notion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I know this is like not really everybody's cup of tea, but it was certainly a really good video that I enjoyed filming. And yeah, I will see you guys next week with a weekly vlog.